What's up, guys? Ronnie here. Ooh, bugs. Yeah, it's been a while. It's good to see you guys. Haven't recorded or uploaded a video to this channel pretty much since lockdown started, right? Um, Clearly, no travel happening, no Disney happening right now for us. So yeah, I mean, I still have some old footage from Disney and from our European travels, to tourist touring, stuff like that that I can upload and that I can still edit and upload, but they're not necessarily going to be pertinent or contextually they're not really going to be applicable to a post-COVID world, right? So what I really actually wanted to show you guys is what we've been up to since lockdown, right? In these past 6 months, that we've pretty much just been home this entire time. We live out in the middle of nowhere, okay? So we live out in Western North Carolina. I don't know if you guys can see. There's our little cabin, log cabin, out in the woods on top of a mountain. And so we've had a lot of projects that we've kind of have been on the back burner. And you know, because of our work schedule, our travel schedules in the past, you know, we haven't really been able to devote time to those things. But clearly now we have a lot of time on our hands. So we've been able to really kind of tackle and take on some projects that we've been wanting to do for a long time. So one of those things that I want to show you here is devoting time to the vegetable garden. It's really just a hobby garden, right? I've got this little rinky-dink raised bed behind me. Really just a hobby garden, right? No way that am I taking steps to being a homesteader or 100% sustainable, but it's a step in that direction, right? At least, right? At least we're growing some of our food, which you know, in a time when things like food sovereignty, and nutritional value, nutritional content of our food are growing issues. I think it's tremendously important to grow at least some of the food that you intake, right? So that's really been kind of, I mean, and I love gardening, right? I've just always loved having my hands in the dirt. Um, so yeah, that's been really fun. And what I want to show you guys here today is one plant that I've never grown before. This is the first year I've grown it, but it's zucchinis. Incredibly fun, and I didn't realize how massive this thing gets, right? Um, Again, it's my first year. It's my first year growing zucchini, so a lot of discovery, a lot of discovery happening. But yeah, number one, it's a huge plant, right? It gets pretty bushy. And this is just a plant that we picked up from our local home and garden store. It was just one plant that actually had four separate seedlings in it. It was just one package. So yeah, we just bought it and I popped it in the ground and let it do its thing. And here, the other thing about living up here, we're literally on top of a mountain. Our grow season is very late and very short. So this thing didn't really start to take off and grow like this until about July, when the weather started getting warm. And it's only started producing fruit, producing actual zucchini, I would say within the last like 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, it's one of those things. Again, I had no idea. Like what the deal with zucchinis are, like, because since I've never grown them. So it's been a fun time. Another thing, in case you didn't know, if you're interested in growing zucchini, the arms, the stems, have little, not painful or not even hard, but they have little sharp, little soft spikes on them. So as you're as you're harvesting your zucchinis, you definitely want to make sure to wear gloves. I mean, it's not going to hurt you, but it's just not comfortable. So if you want to wear long sleeves and gloves, you'll be able to maneuver around those things much easier, much more freely. Another thing I learned about zucchini is that they have separate male and female flowers, right? When this started flowering about 3 weeks ago, I had all these flowers on the inside. You can't really see them right here, but I had all these flowers on the inside. And I was like, man, I'm gonna have a ton of fruit. But it ended up that all those flowers were the male flowers. So if you can see in there, the male flowers are the taller flowers that have thin, skinny stalks, and the female flowers generally are closer in, deeper into the bottom, and they tend to have thicker stalks. One thing I was worried about is that whether or not they were going to be able to get pollinated, because I mean, I typically don't see a lot of pollinators up here on the mountain. I mean, we can occasionally butterflies and stuff like that, but you know, not enough to be confident that that my zucchini crops will get pollinated. So I was coming out here early in the mornings when the flowers started first popping up, and I would pollinate them myself, right? Just take a Q-tip and pollinate them, male to female, and I was able to get a lot of good fruit that way. But a few days after that, I found fruits that were already pollinated, growing on their own, that I didn't pollinate myself. So it turns out we do have enough pollinators up here to make this thing fruit. So yeah, great fun. It's simple stuff, man. Zucchini is super simple. Just put it in the ground, give it some good compost so that it's got a lot of nutrition, right? It's got a lot of food to derive from and grow healthy. Water on a regular basis, and just let it do its own thing, man. Let it do its own thing. And I picked a couple of monsters from this plant the other day, and yeah, I've still got a couple more that are a day or two away from harvesting. So yeah, it's super fun, man. Super fun. Again, one thing to take into account is the sheer size. So next year when I grow these, I'm gonna have to devote bigger area for the zucchini plant, because it gets super bushy. Right beside it is our watermelon that I got going. This one I actually started growing from seed, but maybe you can see there, finally have a watermelon. I told you, super late, right? Watermelons usually are ready or available like in the late spring. But yeah, ours is always super late. But that's exciting. That's exciting stuff. Yeah, well, that's it, guys. Anyways, more to come. Lots of projects, lots of stuff that we've been working on here on the mountain. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of show you guys and give you guys a tour in the next couple of videos of what we've been up to, what we've been growing, projects we've been working on, building. Because yeah, I mean, we've tried to do our best to make productive use of our time, and it's been really fun. It's been really fun, learning a lot too, learning a lot. So with that, guys, hopefully you like this video. If you got any suggestions, any questions about growing zucchini, let me know. It's, again, pretty easy stuff, but comments, questions, yeah, leave them in the comments section below. And of course, please like and subscribe if this video was fun or informative or both. Yeah, hit me with a like and subscribe. And then beyond that, I will catch you guys in the next video. So until then, please, you guys be well, be safe, and I will see you later. All right, bye.